Another $1,000 for you here in about 6 or 7 minutes. Listen for that next keyword. About 30 past every hour, you will get one. Your shot to put a little money in your grubby little mitts, courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie. So 3:30 will be that next keyword. And Guardians are not back home until Friday. They will start at the weekend series against the San Diego Padres. So looking ahead to 7 o'clock on Friday is when that will start up. And then the Tigers will be in town next week. That is another 4-game series with them. All through the month of July, you can use the promo code STAR for 20% off whatever you want at CLE Clothing Company. They have a wide array of items. Maybe you're all stocked up on T-shirts. Well, you're going to be able to find something that you like over there. Just make sure you don't forget the code word. So if you're in one of the stores, just tell them when you check out. If you do it online, it's just as simple to put in the promo code there. But STAR is what you're going to want to use all month long. Alan, the proceeds in the Fandango going directly to the RNC too. No, they are not. And it's cute that you think there are proceeds. However, no, not the case. Again, I got, this was news to me. I didn't realize I didn't know what was going on there. This sticker mule situation. I feel awful. But, if their work is good, I would have preferred to have used a union shop, but I was under a time constraint. What do you want from me? I'm doing my best. I was talking to my mom, making sure that everyone in my family was okay. There were massive, massive storms going through the greater Chicagoland area. Extreme weather is the new norm in many, many parts of the country. So there were tornadoes at both of the major airports. There was a tornado at O'Hare. There was one at Midway. About 200,000 people without power. There were uprooted trees all around. Just huge storms. And so I was checking in with my mom to make sure that everything was fine. I just do that kind of for my own peace of mind. Obviously, if something had happened, somebody in my family would have told me. But those storms are a little triggering because when many years ago, right after my sister had my nephew, we had only been in Cleveland for about a year or so. And they had one of those storms, and a tree went through my parents' roof and landed in my nephew's room. And there was no one in there at the time, but they had to contend with all that. So now when these massive storms go through, I check in with my mom. And I didn't hear back. But the point is that if something terrible had happened, I imagine that I would hear from someone else in my family. Hey, mom's dead, ... something like that. We're all very succinct in my family when it comes to the texting. I know I've been told my text responses to people can be, what's the word they use? Lacking. Mary has mentioned this to me. But I think that
thumbs up emoji.
Yes, it gets
the job done.
That's what emojis are for. That's why there are so frigging many of them. You can use pictures to indicate your many, many moods or whatever. But yeah, 11 tornadoes in and around the greater Chicagoland area. So I was checking in on my mom to make sure everything was okay. And I haven't heard otherwise. You see the video of Drake's mansion? They had massive storms in Toronto, too. Drake's mansion flooding.
I did not see this. That's a bummer.
It's coming through the front door, and he's, I don't know if it's him filming or what, but Drake, your place is big when it has its own name. It's called The Embassy. It's been in Architectural Digest. It's really, really impressive. Again, I am confused and flabbergasted by Drake because as massive as he is, like, I don't get it, but that's fine. He's doing very, very well. He just has a lot of money. And so he has a 50,000 square feet mansion. It's got like an NBA regulation basketball court in it. And it supposedly cost him about $100 million. But for whatever reason, it didn't stop the floors from getting flooded. Water up to his ankles. You certainly don't want that. If you're watching the live stream here, I'll show it to you. He made a joke about, I sure hope this is espresso martini or something, but of course it's gross, dirty water coming in. They're trying to keep his closet from getting wet. With all of it just pouring in your house. Is nothing sacred? So even a guy, I'm sure there's no small amount of schadenfreude with something like this too. People are going, ha ha ha, you know, but they're just jealous. But he's got a massive, massive house there. It's like a couple of city blocks there in Toronto. And flooded. Because you have to think Drake's got some top shelf threads. He didn't want anything getting wet.
He's got an incredible shoe collection.
Oh!
This is travesty.
Think of the shoes. So who knows how long it'll be until Kendrick Lamar writes a flood diss track. Are they still at each other's throats, or has that fake fight gone away?
Oh, I don't think Drake thinks it's a fake fight.
Ah. Well, anyway. So he's, I don't know what kind of damage, but fortunately for him, he'll be able to afford.
You think it's a fake fight where he's getting called a pedophile by the other guy? I don't think that's like light jabs. That's pretty heavy stuff.
I guess. I mean, if you're going back and forth and ratcheting it up, I mean, isn't all that stuff made up? Isn't it all? It's not the early 90s anymore, right? Nobody's getting killed. So, diss tracks, okay. Like, it's not working against anyone.
It's worked.
People didn't stop buying either of their music. So
Drake has been tainted. Like,
you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the flooded house?
Yes. Dirty, muddy espresso water.
Tainted how?
I mean, everyone across the board is like, oh, Kendrick won that. So it's like, hey, even if you're not as good of a lyricist as you thought you were.
Okay,
and you
but
showed that to everybody.
That's within the art, though.
But also, people are calling you a pedophile now. Like, people...
Yeah.
But everybody
Maybe
calls...
people who didn't know that.
Pedophile has... But you want to talk about tainted. Everyone now calls everyone a pedophile that they don't like. So, nobody think... I mean, people don't think Drake is a pedophile. Why is he calling him that? Why would Kendrick Lamar call him that? I didn't pay attention to any of this beyond the headlines that it was happening because it just didn't scratch me where I itch. But everybody's calling everybody everything now. So that's my point. Is it being performative or whatever? Because none of that stuff really sticks. I doubt there's an FBI file open now on Drake because
whether or not
Kendrick
there's
Lamar
an
called him a
FBI file,
pedophile.
but if everybody that is, like, I mean, his stream, like, he's not getting as many streams. Like, Kendrick Lamar's streams went way up and Drake's went way down. And people are like, that's kind of, people believe Kendrick when he says this. Yeah, Drake took a huge hit on this.
All right, well, maybe he won't be able to afford the cleanup in his house. Oh, my. Could you imagine if his house was flooded and in the process of trying to clean it up, he slipped and fell and ended up in a wheelchair?
Art imitates life.
Indeed. Drake was widely considered to have lost the battle, this article said, and didn't release any more songs in response. Some people are saying that his house flooding is the Kendrick curse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I bet he's going to be just fine because people's attention spans are short.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I
all
don't
you
think it's
do
going
is
to ruin
ride
his
it
career,
out.
but
No,
yeah.
you'll be fine.
But overall, with that,
Who started it?
I don't even know.
Oh, that's the... See.
I don't know. I don't know any of their songs. I don't know. I just know.
Well, you come at the king, you best not miss. We all know who the king is. All right, I got money for you. It's $1,000. It is a chance for you to put a little in your pocket, courtesy of the Buzzard bookie. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Okay. Drake employs a known convicted pedophile along with questionable actions himself, somebody texted. Okay, but what's her name's married to one? Hadn't heard her career at all. Nicki Minaj?
I think I don't know. I feel like people are aware of it, and she's gotten roasted over that.
Yeah, but roasted is different than people. I don't know. Don't know. He sent Millie Bobby Brown some creepy-ass messages before she was 18, somebody says.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you a pedophile. It makes you a horny, famous dude who, do people understand? And this is my point, is that these names and these accusations, the words get thrown around so much that they lose impact and they lose meaning. Again, you throw the word pedophile out, everybody knows what you're talking about, and it's no small thing. But it's also not a guy who's DMing another famous person before she's 18 years old. Pedophiles are people into, small children.
I mean, you want to get into the semantics of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. That's why these words don't mean anything anymore.
We know
in the context of a rap beef, they don't mean anything.
Something when you say, "Oh, this is someone that sent creepy messages to someone that was underage."
I wonder what he said. I wonder how creepy. He's like, "Hey, I like you on that show, Manger Tings." Is that what he said? Because she blew him up, right? Millie Bobby Brown was like, "Oh, Drake was DMing me."
I think so.
And now she's married to John Bon Jovi's son.
Oh, she's married now?
Didn't they get married?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with these.
She got married to Jake Bon Jovi earlier this year. She's a kept woman now. And her father-in-law, do you know who her father-in-law is?
Would that be John Bon Jovi?
Is that his name? It's Jake Bon Jovi's dad. I don't know. I've never heard of the guy, but that's who her father-in-law is now. I don't know if that requires them to live in New Jersey. Have you seen any large moving trucks out your way, Mary, when you've been out and about?
There's tons of large moving trucks out here.
Any of them? Have you seen Millie Bobby Brown riding shotgun in any of them?
I haven't paid that close enough attention.
Can you just keep an eye open?
Sure.
Cool, thank you.
The big one here is called Piece of Cake.
That's a moving company?
Yeah, it's a big pink truck.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one she's riding around in?
Didn't say. Did not say. So not the bakery out in Rahway.
Mm-mm.
You're talking about, whoa. Boy, you got to make sure that you're getting the right place. You're like, I got to move out of my place, and you don't want to end up ordering an ice cream cake instead. Might make you feel better about having to move out of your place. Just not going to get your stuff moved.
I got 40 boxes of cupcakes?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot, lady, but I'll do it.
Okay. Big pink truck, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
All this new crap you're adding to the AC cruise, but still no butt chug competition. Captain Fun my ass.
Good pun, Captain Fun my ass.
I did not think that's where that call was going to go.
You don't know what else I'm adding to Captain Fun's.
You.
Yes, there'll be some surprises.
Butt chug off.
That's right. Is Amy out there? Somebody tell Amy I want to.
Yeah, you get legal on this.
I want a butt chugging. I'll let them deal with that. I want to. That guy's right. I have a moniker to live up to. We can't have a bigger boat with more people on it and not have a butt chugging competition. We'll have some, it won't be bare-assed. We'll have, it'll be.
You can put the tube through it.
Well,
around
yes,
it, yeah.
right. We'll have things covered. Mm-hmm. But there probably are some liability issues around that, but I'll look into it because you're right, sir. You're absolutely correct. I do have the reputation of Captain Fun to live up to. And so I can't take that lightly. So we'll look into that. Oh, what would it be, though? Would they chug a beverage of their choice?
I mean,
I could have Circle K bring
Circle
like
K,
some,
bring some, yeah.
some
do
Mountain
they got an
Dew.
exclusive Mountain Dew flavor?
That sugar rush would hit you so hard.
Something, yeah. I got to
All
find
that
out.
caffeine straight up there.
Yup.
Yeah.
Get some Purple Thunder right in your rectum. How about that? That's the kind of advertising they're going to want. That's the kind of marketing post-show wrap-up they're going to want. All right, well, you're onto something there, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate your consideration in that area. Although, whoever you are, I expect you to be first in line. Oh. Okay, I've got to take a break. If you want to send me a text, 35192. Want to go see the Cleveland Orchestra scoring The Lord of the Rings? I got a 4-pack of tickets for you. They are doing that out at Blossom the first weekend in February. It's the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I'll get you a 4-pack.